started.
I'm good.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thanks for coming. My name is Corporal Jose Mendez, Josemenendez, and I'm with the Austin Police Department Public Information Office. So the Austin Police Department would like to remind everyone that the period immediately after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Christmas typically sparks a rise in burglaries. In order to help keep your possessions safe and to prevent you from becoming a victim, we're going to provide some safety tips for the upcoming holiday seasons here. First, we're going to start with package theft prevention. We want to remind everybody to keep shopping bags and valuables out of sight. This includes your home and in your vehicle. Never leave your car running unattended. This would apply to gas stations where you feel like you can run in and out. Please just turn off the car, do what you have to do, come back, and you'll have your car still there. Record all serial numbers for your valuables so that in the event that they are lost or stolen, we can attempt to track those things down and get them back to you. We recommend scheduling pickups instead of having things delivered to your address. If you do have things delivered to your home address, we ask that you coordinate with a neighbor or somebody that you trust to take care and custody of that package so that it's not out front sitting out there all day. We want to remind people to be proactive and intentional during the course of your days. If you're making purchases from the store or even withdrawing money from a bank, be aware of your surroundings at all times. Know the vehicles that are around you, and at any point in time you feel like you're being followed, don't go home. Continue driving, call 911, and we're more than happy to assist you. The next point we want to hit on is home security. Whenever you're not home, we recommend that you secure your home. You lock the doors, all the windows, close the blinds and curtains, and set any alarm that you have at your residence. If you have a Ring doorbell or any exterior camera, we recommend that you make sure they're running properly. Place indoor and outdoor lights on an automatic timer, and leave a radio or television on when you're away so that it appears that your residence is occupied. One of the biggest things is don't post on social media how long you'll be traveling or away from your home. This also applies to letting people know that you'll be gone for the day and also just even a few hours. Remember, good lighting in and around your house will only help you. Many criminals do their best work in the dark and in areas that are not well lit. The last topic we'll discuss is just overall personal safety. First and foremost, just stay alert. Park in well-lit areas if you do go shopping. Don't be distracted. Refrain from looking down at your phone when you're returning to your vehicle. Have your keys in hand and ready upon returning to your vehicle. And just again, be aware of your surroundings. As always, please do not drink and drive over the next several months, specifically during these holidays. If you choose to drink and drive, plan to stay where you're at. If you choose to leave, please utilize one of the many different rideshare apps that we have here in Austin. And if that doesn't work, then just get a sober driver to drive you home. Never get behind the wheel if you've been drinking. You not only put yourself in danger, but you also jeopardize the safety of all of those traveling in and around the area. The last thing we want to do is make a notification to a family during the holiday season, notifying somebody that their loved one has been killed in something that could have been preventable. Officers will be out in full force targeting impaired drivers. And again, it will be no refusal weekends. Remember, if you do see something suspicious, say something. There is nothing small enough that you can't call and have us come check it out for you. Please remember that for any non-emergency reports, you can contact 311 or you can report online at ireportaustin.com. You can also find information on all our APD social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, which is now X, Instagram, Nextdoor, and in Spanish on our Facebook page, APD en Español. So with that said, we want everybody to enjoy their upcoming holiday seasons, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, but we ask that you please do your part so that you, your loved ones, and your valuables are safe. Lastly, I will provide some statistics that were provided to us from our research and planning department here. So December is the most prevalent month of the year where burglaries occur here in Austin, and that's for obvious reasons. Burglaries have averaged 11% higher in November and December as compared to the rest of the year. Friday and Saturdays are the most frequent days of the week where burglaries take place the most in the past 3 years. As far as trends, we have seen a decline in burglaries in some areas of Austin. In 2022, there was a 19% decrease from the previous year. In 2023, there was a 1% decrease, relatively flat, but still a decrease. And this year, as of October of 2024, there's been an 8% decrease in burglaries. Like I said, that was for most part of Austin. However, we have seen increases specifically in our Frank sector, which is southeast Austin. Unfortunately, there's been an 8% increase in burglaries. And in our Ida sector, which is north central Austin, and we've seen a 16% increase in burglaries. There are 7 specific areas that I will mention here, areas of concern regarding burglaries. Starting off, we have the Springwoods neighborhood. That's the area along 183 near Anderson Mill Road, near that intersection. The Georgian Acres, North Lamar, downtown Austin, East Cesar Chavez, Riverside area, as well as the Pleasant Valley area. And again, those were the areas of concern regarding burglaries. As far as mail theft and trends in November and December, mail thefts spike obviously during the holidays, with reported thefts in December as high as 50% higher than compared to the rest of the year. In December of 23, we saw 281 reported mail thefts, and most of these thefts, 77% of them occur at residence or apartment complex where there's community mailboxes. So again, we ask that people just be alert, be aware of your surroundings, and again, try to follow some of those safety tips that we've provided here this afternoon, because again, we want to prevent you from becoming a victim during this holiday season. I will open it up for any questions if there are any.
You said like east, is like by the airport, is that one that's gone up?
As far as the statistics
Yes.
we went over, so it's basically our southeast area that could include parts of the airport area out that way, and then again our north central Austin area. Those are the 2 places.
So y'all like increasing patrols in those areas, or I assume?
I haven't been notified of any further kind of patrols other than the ones that have been our typical patrol duties already. But I haven't been advised of any like special patrols or anything. But again, our officers are doing a great job as far as patrolling the neighborhoods during these holiday seasons.
What do you account for the increase in those 2 specific city sectors, sir?
That I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're taking into consideration there.
We talking robberies, burglaries, porch pirates? What do we?
Burglaries. So that's specifically burglaries, residential mainly.
And will officers be responding to burglaries over the holidays? And if so, what kind of weight could people in the community expect?
Yeah, I mean, our officers are going to continue to conduct their patrols and respond to any call of service. But again, we will have officers patrolling even more because the holiday seasons. We will be targeting, porch pirates and things like that. But it's unfortunately we can't be everywhere, and it's going to take a community effort. That's why we highly recommend that you do your part, whether that's making sure your house is equipped with cameras and things of that nature, so that we can potentially catch these people after the criminal act has taken place.
And November's been a particularly violent month. Is there anything that's with these homicides that have happened that APD may be kind of taking a proactive approach here with December approach coming up?
Again, I mean, it's still the same kind of stuff going on, honestly. We're trying to be as visible as possible. Unfortunately, we can't control, the homicides that are taking place. We've obviously seen an uptick here in November, but we're doing everything that we can to kind of combat all the crimes that are taking place here in Austin.
And what scenario should people call 911 versus 311?
So 911, we would any call that is in progress, anything that may be an assault, a burglary in progress, anything that jeopardizes somebody's safety, anything that would require an immediate response from an officer, we encourage you to contact 911. If you have to think about it, just call 911 and we'll sort it out from there. But things that have already taken place, let's say a burglary that has taken place 3 days prior, things that aren't actively taking place, we would recommend that you call 311 and we can arrange something that way.
A lot of these safety tips for home and for shopping seem like common sense, but how much of it is just awareness, just spreading awareness, being aware of your surroundings, as you stated?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think a lot of these points that we've discussed are common sense, but again, it really does start with just being aware of your surroundings. I know today's time, it's very easy to become distracted in your phone, being on the phone calls, texting, and one of the things I went over is even if you're withdrawing money from a bank, you may not realize it, but there are people out here that have orchestrated plans and they have bad intentions. So in order for you to kind of be as safe as possible, you need to kind of be observant out of your phone and just kind of knowing what's going on around you.
Do you find that most burglary suspects are the same suspects hitting multiple locations?
I don't have statistics or whatnot. I don't want to speculate on that, so I can't answer that right now. Yeah. Any other questions? All right. One more, go ahead.
The second stat says burglaries have averaged 11% higher November and December compared to the rest of the year. Do you know what time period that stat was calculated?
I'm sorry, which one are you
The
at?
second one,
11% higher in November. For obvious reasons, the November and December time frame, you're just going to see an uptick in burglaries compared to, let's say, February and March.
do you know what time frame, how many years that have been?
I believe the last 3 years.
The last 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
thank you.
statistics that you've been provided with are within the last 3 years.
Okay.
Any other questions? All right, thank you all.